So I'd like to invite the first group, which is Amy, Andres, Reed, Roxana, and Selena. And they'll be speaking about what brought us here.
Hi guys, so we are Group A and we have Section 1, which is what brought us here. So on the screen, we wrote some words that describe what inspired us to bring us here. So I know for me at least, I'm a junior in college and I don't really know what I want to do after I graduate. And I know I have an interest in international affairs. So just the uncertainty about the future is what inspired me to participate in this program. And I was just curious to see what opportunities that the Department of State had.
Another question we had were what questions were we hoping to answer in participating in the seminar. And for me, growing up as a Latina, I never was taught about the Foreign Service. And so it never really seemed like an option for me to go into. And so a question I wanted to answer was, how can a minority help in what seems like a predominantly white field? And another question we had was that we wanted to learn what opportunities are available at the Department of State, whether it be what we could do during university in regard to internships and fellowships, as well as what opportunities are available to us after we graduate.
And we also looked at the questions, what does a career in the Foreign Service look like? And what should I be doing right now to get a job with the Department of State? And I learned that in regards to the second question, there's a lot we can be doing now. The Pickering fellowships and other fellowships that we've learned about, taking international opportunities when possible, not in the COVID world, but maybe a little later, and gaining any practical and applicable experiences that we can and skills that we can apply to the Foreign Service.
And now we're going to talk about some of the stories that the Diplomacy Seminar Committee we resonated with. For me specifically, I resonated with a lot of the alumni and the Foreign Service officers who talked about how careers are not always in a linear format. They talked about how they did a diverse experiences and skills that led them to the position that they currently have. And I also learned that it was very empowering to be represented. I really appreciated being able to talk to someone who comes from the same background as me and who has experienced the same obstacles that I have experienced or that I will experience. And lastly, I learned that there is a place for me in the Foreign Service. Although it might be hard or a long path, there is still a place for me at the end.
And for me, there were two anecdotes that I took away, especially one of them, speaking to a Foreign Service officer, I really got to learn that they are real people with real lives, and they make real mistakes sometimes. They might have real successes or genuine failures, and that's something that they do because they're human. So often seeing State Department brochures or publications, I think of Foreign Service officers as maybe immaculate people who represent the United States abroad. But it was nice to have conversations with them and see what they really experience and what it really is like to work at the State Department. Especially the Foreign Service officer I spoke to was an African-American woman. So all the obstacles that she's faced in multiple portions of her identity. Also, that this applies to possibly other opportunities outside the State Department, but at some point in your career, and for those I spoke to in the Foreign Service, in their career, someone was not supportive of their career goals, or somebody might have been less than supportive of their career goals, whether lobbying or trying to get a new job, getting sent to a specific post. So we learned that you need to just push through and be resilient and believe in yourself and find those people that are supportive of you, whether you're trying to join the Foreign Service or if you've been in the Foreign Service for 20 or 30 years. And so just to wrap up, Team A would just like to say thank you.
Thank you.